I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. If I ever leave, anybody know what I'm talking about? No way, no way, she can't take you away from me. Yeah. No.
She's so connected, yeah? And I think that's what leads us to receive from her such a strong message.
Sound check.
Well, g'day there. Welcome back to another vocal analysis and another new singer here on the channel that we get to have a listen to. This is a powerful performance. It's by YEBBA, and I do hope I've pronounced that correctly. YEBBA is the nickname that Abby's mum used to give her, which is YEBBA is Abby backwards, if that makes sense. This, you know, often we talk about ones like Tori Kelly when we're talking about Melisma, and that's in part what we're going to get to hear here. We're going to get to hear a lot of riffing and running, but YEBBA brings something of her own to this space, and that is a very, very heart-wrenching performance. There's an incredible amount of emotion in this piece, and we'll dive in, and I'll preface by saying I also love the authenticity of the recording value. We'll talk more about that as we go. Let's dive in. This is performance is So Far, Songs from a Room. So Far, not So Far. That's my musical thing coming through. So Far, New York City. That's a good encouragement. Always be nice.
Say her name in your sleep. Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep. I'm about to lose my about to lose my...
I love the way she's using what are very primal sounds. A lot of breath. The voice breaks up a lot on the breath. And so in one sense, a word we could use is we get a very dirty tone. And that just adds to the intensity of the emotion. I was working with a student the other day, and we were talking about how breath is the main communicator of emotion for us as human beings. We use breath all the time. You know, we use air to emote, and YEBBA is using that so skillfully herself. Let's take it back to the beginning and listen to that, the starting. Yes, the melisma is all there, but I love the fact that for me, the melisma is not the center of the picture. It's there, and she's doing it so skillfully that it's not grabbing my attention. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think.
Door and lay down next to me. But then I heard you say her name in your sleep. Your dirty secrets too far gone to keep. I'm about to lose I'm about to lose my mind, my mind, my mind. About to lose my mind, my mind.
Have a listen to how she just uses the phrasing in such a way that she'll let it bloom, if you will, and blossom, and then she narrows it down, and it's just this crafting and molding of tone that just causes your ear to sort of travel the path of the melody, and it's a powerful performance. Something not really related to the performance, but I can't help but note that I'm recording this, what is it, mid-May 2025. At the beginning of this week, I did a webinar for our live show. If you're interested, we do live shows every Monday. And we did an educational mini topic on mastering mics, and we were talking about different mics for different settings, and we were talking about where I usually encourage students to buy Shure Beta 58As because it's sort of a sonic or a resonant step up, frequency response step up from a straight SM58. Guess what YEBBA's using? I'm pretty confident that's a Shure Beta 58A. And yeah, it's a perfect choice for this venue because it's a dynamic microphone. It's not going to be too live and responsive in the space, but it's going to give her voice the option to fully form and develop. And yeah, it's capturing beautifully.
I think about you all the time.
Have a listen to that little run there. She uses three, I counted three, there might have been more, 3 different vowel shapes over that melodic run. And there's an education there. You don't just have to set up a riff and run, a melismatic run on one vowel. You can move around and shape for different colors because different vowels will give you different colors. And it just creates interest beyond just the fact that you're, moving through multiple notes in a phrase. Have a listen.
I think about you all the time.
4. There was 4. there was 4, not 3. She went to an there just before she went to the E.
You can't even look me dead in the eyes. Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized. You say you love me, but I know it's a lie.
Oh, I love the way she goes down to that bottom note. She just gives herself a little bit of a tilt. She doesn't overly compress down to it, but she gives herself that technical capacity to just allow the voice to move down through that lower melodic line. Have a listen.
Her love is strong, she got you hypnotized. You say you love
you. Gee, I struggle to get down there. For my voice type, that is not a surprise. You say da 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 da. Very cool, very cool. Have a listen again because it's cool.
got you hypnotized. You say you love me, but I know it's a lie. When I work so hard to keep you satisfied.
That little bit of vocal fry through there, that's cool. You know, she's just allowing that little bit of a disturbance in the force, a little bit of disturbance in the vocal line and the vocal files, just getting a little bit of constriction in them, which gives us that texturizing of that vocal position.
You hypnotized. You say you love me, but I know it's a lie. When I work so hard to keep you satisfied. I'm about to lose my
I want to show you something because that is powerful. That note, she misses that top note. But they haven't gone. In fact, I don't think any of this has been fixed in post as far as pitch goes. I think they've left it raw, and they needed to. I'm so pleased they did, because if you went and cleaned this up, it would lose some emotion. Let me show you. I'll show you in Melandine.
I'm about to lose my mind, about to lose my mind.
Before we get to the top note, notice that the notes are not all sitting bang on, yeah? They're all just a little bit, not all of them, but the body of the work is imperfect. But it has to be. If you went through and corrected this, you would lose the emotion, you would lose the authenticity.
I'm about to lose my...
Okay, so here it is. So this section here, now notice this is slightly sharp, and this is slightly sharp, and this then doesn't come back to exactly the right spot. Have a listen.
I'm about to lose my...
See that? Now, I'm going to do something really crude. I'm going to double-click that, double-click that, double-click that, and double-click that. I want you to listen to how it changes, even though in a very crude way I've corrected the pitch. I want you to have a listen to how it changes the overall feel.
About to lose my...
See how it doesn't have the same longing and the same cry, and it's just. I'll play it for you once more, then I'm going to take it back.
I'm about to lose my...
It's not quite.
I'm about to lose
So just that overshooting that top note just leaves us with this longing. And that's where, you know, pitch correction and those sorts of things, not always, but sometimes is better left not applied because you would lose something special. And that's exactly what would be lost here. And, you know, this is at 29 million views. You know, it's funny, isn't it? You know, we live in a world where pitch correction is applied liberally, let's say that. And yet, you know, I think people love authenticity more than they love perfection. Personal view. You can leave your comments below. But I think this is a case in point where that's the case. People would rather hear this as authentically imperfect than have everything corrected.
I'm about to lose my about to lose my mind, my mind, my mind, about to lose my mind, my mind, about to lose my.
It does fall to me to remind us that the sorts of sounds she's using with that, you know, very overt vocal fry, the texturing of the tone, not changing my comments earlier on suggesting that they're absolutely beautiful and wonderful and we couldn't do without them in this piece. But as a Learn to Sing channel, if you're looking to emulate sounds like this, then I want you to do so with the understanding of the heavy cost item and choice that it is for your voice. You may well experience high levels of, firstly, fatigue, and if you do it in a less than measured way, and if it were, for example, to become your habit, it could lead to wear and tear. Just be mindful of that in your application of these kinds of sounds to your voice. We're not saying no, don't, but we're saying do smartly, wisely, understanding what you're doing and how you're doing it.
No way, she can't take you away from me.
Raw. I do want to just acknowledge the guitarist. The guitar work is so sensitive to the vocal performance, which is the vocal line here, and the performance of YEBBA needs to be right out front. So the guitarist, and many of you will know his name, maybe you can let me know who it is. He is working so beautifully, tucked in behind her in a wonderfully supportive manner.
I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. No way, I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. If I ever leave, anybody know what I'm talking about? No way, no way, she can't take you away from me. Yeah. No.
She's so connected, yeah? And I think that's what leads us to receive from her such a strong message, is she's so connected to the lyric. And she has this great sense of, she's got something to say. And obviously the subject matter leads her to be so connected. Oh.
No way, no way, and I sure won't stay, but I'll be damned if I ever leave. Oh, in my mind, I think about you all the time. My mind, you'll always be mine. I know. That's that one.
That's that one. What a funny little comment at the end. I love it. You know, she broke that fourth wall like straight away. That was funny. That's the first time I've ever listened to her, and so I would be, I guess, super keen to hear from you if there are any other YEBBA live performances that you have. I would love to, that you would recommend, that I would love to go and have a listen to them, and perhaps we'll review some more of YEBBA. She's a skillful, talented singer, and it would be cool to listen to that. I hope you'll take the opportunity to do that. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.